Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to another episode of 2 Minutes with T. I'm David Grotenhuis, head of school at Pella Christian. The past few weeks, we've been looking at what we call the PLC model at Pella Christian Grade School. And this week, I'd like to look with you at the third question of the PLC model, and that is, how will we know students know the content we're teaching them, and are they able to do it? And this week I've asked the head of teaching and learning at Pella Christian Grade School, Craig Juffer, to share his thoughts on how we answer that question at Pella Christian Grade School.
The last few weeks with 2 Minutes with T, we've been talking about the PLC model at Pella Christian Grade School. And again, that model is centered around our mission statement. The last couple of weeks, we've looked at the first two questions. This week, we want to look at how we know they know it and are able to do it. So the real idea here is which way are we assessing students so that we know that they're learning and growing the things that we intend them to do. So there's really two pieces. The first is standardized tests, and currently we're using 3 standardized tests, the Iowa assessments, which have been around for a long time, and everybody takes around the state of Iowa, and we take that once a year. And then we also use 3 times a year screeners. One is STAR, and another one is FAST assessments, which comes from Fast Bridge, is the system that we use. And FAST stands for Formative Assessment Systems for Teachers. So we use these standardized tests to kind of continue to progress monitor students' growth over the long term. They're standardized and come from companies outside of our school. And then, of course, there's the classroom assessments, which come in a variety of shapes and forms, from experiments to traditional pencil paper tests to presentations to projects, essays, a variety of different things using technology. There are lots of different ways that we use to assess kids. And really there's two ways we look at that. Is we have formative assessments and we have summative assessments. And formative assessments are those assessments that we are doing checks on students as we're teaching. How are they progressing? Are they learning the things that we want them to learn? And then a summative assessment, which is more designed to be proof or evidence of that learning. So summative tends to be toward the end of instruction, but not always. So we have two forms of classroom assessments. And again, those assessments can come in a variety of shapes and sizes and formats. So those are the types of assessments that we use to answer our question of how we know they are learning it or are able to do it. Next week, we'll look a little bit more at what we do with instruction and how we design instruction.